for Sara. So obviously, Sara, you are the product director at XTM, which is a TMS system for those of you that don't know it. So we've got a couple of questions for you about how that affects your relationship with speed and quality, and how your tooling choices can help ensure that you're managing to achieve on both. I think my first question, so how does your relationship with the TMS system change as you scale, as the amount that you have to deliver grows? Oh, Sara, I think you're on mute. It's the
sorry, yeah, I was double muted. Yeah. You can hear me now, right?
Yes, can hear you.
Okay, thank you for the heads up. So you didn't miss that much. I was just saying that I think here in this case, really the relationship with the TMS is like human relationship in this case. So really, as you grow, you may want or expect even different things from the other side, right? So for example, what was working for you before may not work for you at a later stage. Inevitably, as you scale or even go through, for example, an M&A process, so acquisitions, right, and mergers, you may need to embed other stakeholders or departments and other workflows in your process. So this means that your TMS also needs to be fully scalable in terms of things like volumes that it can process. It needs also to have a pricing model that still works when volumes become, of course, higher. But you may also require a TMS that has advanced hosting and security options, or additional workflow automation and integration capabilities. So as your team and a program grow, you really need to make sure that the platform represents a collaborative environment that enables you to successfully manage different stakeholders and vendors, freelancers, without necessarily adding manual work. Now you are muted, Adam.
There you are. Turn it right back on myself. It's because I never click mute, and then sirens are wailing past. Sorry about that. So second question then. When we think about speed, one of the things that one of the ways we can approach that is thinking about kind of time wasting and those buckets of things that we do that might waste our valuable time. What are some of the primary time waste factors that you think localization teams face where that waste is needless, and how could you go about reducing some of those things?
Yeah, sure. So time waste, first of all, I think it's simply what doesn't add value to your localization program, because it doesn't allow you to work efficiently, or it doesn't allow you to achieve your business objectives efficiently or at all. So I also think that time waste factors really depend on the localization and internationalization maturity level of a company. For example, in early stage localization programs, we may often see several time waste factors like manually preparing files for translation, or having to send instructions for translation every time, or clarifying questions in emails or outside of the translation tool in general, or manually creating projects, project estimates, maintaining TMS and glossaries. But even in more mature companies, we can also see time waste factors. For example, automation may not still part of the entire workflow, and projects may still need to be created manually. Or, for example, questions are still answered in several spreadsheets, or, for example, not all possible technologies like NMT, or now more than ever large language models, are leveraged enough in the process. So how to overcome this challenge and remove this time waste factor? So first of all, of course, a TMS is a must nowadays, right? So it addresses most, if not all, of the challenges that I was mentioning before. But being able to integrate a TMS in an entire technology ecosystem with connectors and API-driven workflows is also really a real time saver, right? So beyond also translation and translation technology, I also think that other factors, important factors, can also significantly reduce time waste. For example, adopting a more standardized onboarding process, or aligning with the engineering teams, right, as Robert also was mentioning, for example, on how to avoid internationalization issues. And finally, right, so reduce the time that you spend on fixing these issues afterwards when it's late. Or, of course, it needs to be clear, like how to run a successful QA process so that issues don't need to be addressed when it's
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Sara. I've got so much I want to ask about that, but